Yeah, that looks good. Okay. So, we're going to do some makeup, y'all. I need to moisturize. I was out in the sun on Saturday, you guys, and you can literally see where my sunglasses were. So sunburnt. So sunburnt. I'm going to go in first with Drunk Elephant Polypeptide. And I'm also going to go in with some Royal Honey Propolis. This stuff is so good. Courtney! This stuff is so good, you guys. It doesn't necessarily have to be this brand. This is a Japanese skincare brand that I worked with a couple of years ago, and I've repurchased it. And a lot of you guys who ask, obviously not right now, my skin looks like shit because I'm sunburnt, but you guys normally ask, like, what do you do to keep your skin like, I'll be 36 this year, so I get a lot of comments like that. And it's quite literally, I say a lot of it has to do with the skincare that I use. It's not always about the most hyped products, you guys, just so you know. But honey propolis is so good for your skin, especially aging. So I like to combine till you get this like good white cast going on. See that? When you mix those together, like really lather it. So we're gonna let that just sit. Hi, Kennedy. And I'm actually gonna take my fan, get the speed up, and kind of let it dry down a little bit. Do you see how I've mixed those two together? This is gonna be a long live, so get yourself a snack. I'm off the rest of the day, so we're gonna have some fun in makeup today. I'm gonna talk about the best products on the market. Hi, Mr. Clean. The best products on the market, and I would say probably more than half you have never even heard of, or you might have heard of and they're just super underhyped. So get ready, buckle up, grab a snack, grab something to drink, and let's get started. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I just cleaned my beauty sponge, and you see how it kind of starts to go into the skin even before, but I'm going to make sure to press this into the skin, that moisturizer and that honey. The only thing we've done so far for those just now joining is I did a little bit of the Drunk Elephant Polypeptide, and I did a little bit of Honey Propolis. This is by Skin Food. It's a Korean skincare brand. I think I said Japanese. It's Korean skincare. Like everything's in Korean, but so good, so good. This is my 4th bottle, and like I mentioned at the beginning of the live, I originally was introduced to it because the brand wanted to work with me. I love it. Thank you, Mr. Clean. Okay, so now that we have this base, like I said, I am very much sunburnt. I did go ahead and put some sunscreen on before I started the live just because it's in my bathroom. And the sunscreen that I swear by, it is the best sunscreen. It doesn't have like a really strong smell, and it's the sunscreen that I prefer to wear under makeup. Now this isn't necessarily sunscreen that I would take to the beach with you or anything, but if you're gonna wear makeup, I would. The best one, hands down, is by the brand PXST. Don't know how to pronounce it, but it's really, really good. And I mean, in comparison to other things at Ulta and Sephora, it's pretty affordable. It's $14, and it's a pretty good size bottle. So All right, next up, we're going to start priming this skin, and I'm going to first, this is going to be the first brand that I never hear people talk about that should be raved about because it's that good. This is Nimya, the License to Glow Serum. This is Nikki Tutorials brand, and this is my 4th bottle of this. I love it, and you can see on the side that it's blue. And I want you guys to look at my skin now, and I want you guys to keep that in mind and just wait for what you guys are about to see. And the way that I like to blend this in is also with a sponge. Look how much glow. And it's not oily. This really, and I mean, let's be honest, those of us who know anything about Nikki Tutorials is that she knows skin. Like when it comes to the base of your makeup, she did so good with this product. So good. All right, and for primer today, I'm just gonna go in with 2 today. Where's the one that I'm wanting? Here it is. I'm first going to go in with the Benefit Professional Primer. Again, just because I am sunburnt, that's going to accentuate your pores and make them look a little bit bigger. So I'm going to go in with just a, whoop, that kind of came out a little quick. Just a little bit. I'm going to warm it up in my fingers really quickly. And I'm going to put this in the areas where my pores are really accentuating, which is basically just my T-zone. And then for the rest of the face, this is another Nimya product by Nikki Tutorials. This is the Wear It All Starch Cream. This is the best primer, hands down. So moisturizing. It has like a slight tackiness to it. Fantastic smell. Love it. Thank you, Kennedy. These come in that pack off of Amazon I was telling you guys about the other day. It's like $6.96. Hold on, I'll actually go grab them for you so you guys can see. All right, here we go. So I ordered these off of Amazon. You're kidding. Hold on, guys. Oh. Really glad that didn't bust. Okay. $6.96 a box. They come in all kinds of different shapes and lengths. So you get all of these for $6.96 on Amazon. So these are all coffin shape, and there's 2 sets per color. So you get 2, like this is the color that you're seeing right now, and there's a whole other set of 10 in there. And, or wait, sorry, these are the stiletto shape, my bad, stiletto shape. These are the coffins. And this is the color you're seeing on my nails now. And I've already wore these. So these 2 have been worn, but all the rest I still have 2 full sets in. You cannot beat that deal with a stick. So I order these like, I mean, the stilettos will last me a little bit longer because I don't wear those as often, just because I do a lot of typing with my job, and I don't know, they get stuck in the keys and it drives me nuts. So these I don't wear as often. I wear the coffin shape a lot. I honestly meant to order the long long straight shape, but I clicked the wrong one on accident and got coffin, which is fine. So those are the nails, and I love them. As long as you prep your nails really well, these will last me 2 full weeks. If I don't get bored and want to change them, which when you have those nails, you can do that. So thank you, Mr. Clean. Thank you, Kennedy. Okay, so back to the primer. This is what it looks like. And it smells like a sugar cookie. And I have a designated brush. And this brush is part of the set that I've told you guys about before that I highly recommend. I got them off the TikTok shop. They're also on Amazon, and they remind me so much of MAC brushes. And I got 20 brushes for $8.98, I believe it was. And there's like this good foundation or paddle brush, cream brush, and then a bunch of blending brushes, a really nice kabuki you guys will see me use in a little bit when I put on my foundation. A lot of good brushes that don't like shed, because that's my big like pet peeve with cheaper brushes, is that a lot of times they shed. These don't. So if you're looking for good brushes, those are good. The brand is Menage. Not sure. Anywho, okay, so Nimya primer. I'm going to blend that in the same way. Well, what I do with my beauty blender. Hold on. Lord help. Has it fell and one of my dogs got it. Well, where is it? Ah, rolled behind my mirror. Okay, got it. All right, I'm just gonna blend this in with the white stuff is primer. I have 2 dogs, so I have Lady and Creed. Creed is a beagle, and Lady is a weenie dog mixed with a Rhodesian Ridgeback. So if you're unfamiliar of a Rhodesian Ridgeback, they are huge. So Lady will be 2 in August, and Creed just turned a year old in January. And then I have cats as well. We actually rescued a kitten. If you are following me on TikTok, you might know this. But we found a kitten abandoned underneath our porch a couple of weeks ago. And so I've been feeding her out of the bottle and stuff. She's getting so big. I'll show you guys here in a little bit we named her Millie Mae because she was born in May. She had her vet appointment on Friday. She is thriving. She's starting to get into that sense of where she's ready to like play, and her personality's starting to come out. She's so sweet. And then, you know, a year ago, literally in May or April, Mama Cat. So we rescued Mama Cat, not this past December, but the December before. There was this stray cat, and she would come up to the porch and eat, and so I would leave food out for her. And January the 3rd, there was a really bad snowstorm. January 3rd, 2024. There was a really bad snowstorm here in East Tennessee, and she came up on the porch to eat, and I had John close the screen door, and we let her in the house. Well, the next morning, she was walking to the food bowl to go eat, and I was like, John, she's pregnant. Well, she was. And so we still have her. She had 4 kittens, 3 boys and a girl. And the 3 boys are thriving in their new homes. But I had them for literally 7 months because I didn't want to take them to a shelter, because our shelter was very candid in saying, and the other 3 shelters that we contacted were very candid in, kittens are euthanized first. And I was like, what? And so I couldn't do it. So we kept them till we found them homes, and we literally found all 3 of them homes in the same week. It was crazy. But there were twin tabbies and then one like lighter cream color. Hi. So we kept the girl. Her name's Belle, named after Annabelle, one of mine and John's favorite horror movies. And the first pet we ever got was Mooshie, which is a gray kitten. And she will be 2 in September. And then we have the dogs. So thank you, that's so sweet. Okay, next I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. This is just a tried and true for me. I've tried so many other products and I always go back to this one. So about a year ago I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stick with what works for me, and I'm not going to get sold by any of these products that come out and I tell myself, oh, I need to try that, because why fix something that isn't broke, you know? Yeah, we have now, this is the 2nd year where we've rescued a cat. Luckily this one was a kitten. So when we got her, the vet estimated her originally to be around 8 days old. They now think that she's, at this point, that was 2 weeks ago, they now think that she's 4 weeks. So they were about a week off. She was about 2 weeks almost when we got her. So she's doing so good. She's thriving. She's black and white. I'll show you guys here in a little bit. She's taking a nap right now because I strategically planned to do this little get ready with me while she's taking her nap. She's eating so much better. She was having kind of a hard time getting used to the formula, and we know who her mom is. So her mom is a stray cat that we've even put food out and tried to feed. She won't even come on our porch. Like, she is very, very wild. Like, she is used to outside and that's where she wants to be. She does not like any type of like human interaction or anything like that. Like, she's like, leave me the hell alone. So we know who her mama is. She looks just like her mama, identical. And we have searched the property high and low for the rest of the kittens, and we cannot find them. My fiance actually, because where we've been seeing her is like far away from where we found Millie. So Millie was underneath our porch, and where we've seen her mom is down by the creek, which we can see from the house, but like it's pretty far away, and it's a long creek. If you're familiar with New Tazewell area in East Tennessee, it's Barren Creek. So it's a long creek. And so there's a lot of places that she could have nested down that creek. My husband has drove up and down it, walked up and down it. I've drove up and down it. We cannot find any kittens. And so I'm hoping that they're okay out there. But unfortunately, in the area where we live, up in the woods like this, there are so many animals. I just fear that they've possibly been eaten. If they haven't, because that creek runs alongside Chumley Road, and that leads to a highway. So if they haven't like ran off into the road and got like, anyways, haven't found them. I've been doing updates on my TikTok about it, and yeah, that's the latest. We still have not found any of Millie's siblings, which is such a bummer, because I was really hoping we'd at least be able to find them to like get them taken care of and give them nourishment, because I don't know if the mother is like we just see her so often alone. So it makes us wonder if she, which the vet said that the mom could have even eaten them because of how wild she is, and her instincts just were to feed herself. Because the vet said that most likely the reason why, because Millie was found alone. Like her mother wasn't with her, nothing. So the vet said most likely what happened is the mom was taking a kitten at a time to her nesting area. And she either A, forgot where Millie was, or B, we got to Millie before she got back, or something of the sort. But I think she forgot where she left her because she never come back. And it's also so weird that she was even under our porch, because like I told you guys, she won't even come near our porch. She knows we have dogs, and so she just never comes near the porch. And we have a screened in front porch, so that the cats can go outside and have like airtime. We have like cat trees and stuff on the porch for them. And I've left the door open to see if maybe she wants, like, we have a little hammock out there for the cats, to see if maybe she wanted to, like, you know, just relax. And she will not have none of it. So I don't know. The vet said that cats are extremely smart, and she could have left the kitten there on purpose, knowing that it would be taken care of, which I find so fucking sweet. And of course she will be taken care of here. I'm like the lady who was never able to have children, so I just take in all the animals. But I just could not bear to think of an animal being out there hungry like that. Literally, the fact that there are millions and millions and millions of animals out there in the world that are like cold and hot and hungry and thirsty, it like quite literally, I can't think about it too much or I will break down. Like, it breaks my heart. But anywho, moving back to the makeup, I'm now going to just apply to my eyelids the MAC Paint Pot in the shade Painterly. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this to focus. Yeah, kind of. Painterly Paint Pot. Oldie but a goodie. And I just like to apply this to my lid, just because my lids do get greasy. And this product is really, really good for greasy little eyelids. So I just apply this to the eyelid and a little bit underneath. And any breakouts that I may have, I'll apply the next thing too. I'll show you in just a second. I normally apply NARS potted concealer under my brow and on any spots that need covered, but I ordered it and it hasn't gotten here yet, so I'm just going to use a concealer for that today. And then I'm just going to take this flat brush. This is another one of the brushes that came in that set from the TikTok shop. I'm just cleaning it really well in my little Five Below brush cleaner. This is another one of those Menage brushes. This is the 51239. And I'm just going to make sure that that's nice and blended into the skin. So I do have some bookings still available for my makeup training class for beginners. If anybody wants to be included or wants to be a part of it, it's $20. It's 5 sessions. $20 for 5 sessions, and I will be starting that in June. So if you are wanting to be a part of that, it is a one-on-one class. I set them up with you, just me and you, over FaceTime. So if you want to do that or be a part of that, let me know, and I will get you put in on a day that I have open. All right, now that we've got that nice and blended, and you want to make sure that you blend it in really well so it doesn't settle into any of your fine lines, because those paint pots and things like that will settle into fine lines and wrinkles. And now I'm just going to take a concealer to do my shaping my brow. And I'm going to use this one today. This is one of my favorite drugstore concealers. This is the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. And this is in the shade Fair Porcelain. I'm going to take that and put a little bit on my palette that I have down here. Great in anything. Oh, a piece of chocolate. Take me to the movies. All right, and then I'm going to take my favorite flat synthetic brush. This is by Laura Los Angeles, and this is the L17 brush, so it's a nice flat synthetic. And we're going to take that concealer I do not know why I just did that. I'm losing my mind here. Hold on, people. Let's just start over on that. I had a spasm in my hand there. And I just went. I hate those spasms. They're so uncomfortable, but I've been having them in my wrists a lot here lately. And my mom was telling me, like, I literally look just like my mother, and also, like, my genetics are hers. Like, all of the things that she's ever dealt with, like me. Same age, everything. Like, her back issue started when she was 33. Mine started at 33. And I was telling her about these hand spasms, and she was like, no one can ever say that you're not my child, she said, because mine literally started at 35. And I was like, woman, is there anything else that we have to look forward to? Because my goodness, these spasms are terrible. And they are. They're really, really terrible. And I can't control it. Like, it's like my hand just kind of jerks. It's super frustrating. But anyways, about the master class, we can do any type of look that you want. Just make sure in your message to me that you let me know. You can send me an email at questions4shay@gmail.com, or you can comment below and let me know. But I will have you email me everything else, but you can let me know if you're interested in the comments. Just make sure to email me questions4shay@gmail.com. So questions4shay@gmail.com. But we can do like a really simple look. If you're wanting to work on like your smoky eye technique, we can work on that. If you just want to work on like a good base for your skin type, we can do that. Whatever you want, we can do. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to really make sure to blend this in so that our eyeshadows blend into the skin and don't set up on top of the skin, because that is what we do not want. And I do that little line of cross to make sure that the brows are even. I had someone ask me that in a TikTok live this past weekend, and I was like, oh, I never thought to mention why I do that, but yeah, that is why. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this, get ready with me with you guys. I'm then going to finish a TikTok transition that I'm working on, and then I am filming a story time, and you guys are going to fucking gag when you hear this shit. Like, really and truly, this shit truly only happens to me. It's so crazy. Anyways, let's talk about some things that's going on in pop culture, because y'all, I am deceased over here. Have you all been keeping up with the Stephen Hilton situation? If you haven't, or you don't know what I'm talking about, Stephen Hilton was married to Laura Cleary. Laura Cleary is like a comedian, and she does like Pamela Pumpkin and stuff on TikTok. Super funny, and they both, she's written a book about her recovery, Stephen, and she met while they were both in recovery. Anyways, they were married for like a long time, and then they got divorced. Where is my Jacqueline Volume 2 palette? See, here's the thing. My fiance likes to organize my stuff, but he is very ADHD. So if he's doing something and something else like catches his attention, he will completely forget what he was doing to begin with. So like my eyeshadow palette could quite literally be on the roof. Like, that's no exaggeration. It should be right here, but it's not. Let's get out of here. Okay, I'm like really concerned because it should be right here. Let me make sure you didn't put it in your drawer. He sure did. Oh my gosh, she put so many of them down here. This man of mine, I tell ya. Like, quite literally 3 things Anyways, I'm going in with the Jacqueline palette first just to kind of transition. I'm using my usual, these top 3 here, which is Love Handles, Comfort Zone, and Perfectionist. So Love Handles, Comfort Zone, Perfectionist. And then I will go into my favorite shade of all time, which is Homebody. Okay, so Laura Cleary married to Stephen Hilton. He relapses, okay? And this is after they've had 2 children, and he relapses, and it causes them to get a divorce. Like, she decides, at first she said they were just separating, and then finally came out and said, actually, scratch that, we're getting a divorce. Which, here's the thing, a lot of people are really criticizing her over leaving him when he relapsed. Here's the thing, when you are in recovery, you truly do have to look out for yourself. And here's the other thing, they have children, okay? So her separating herself from that and their children is perfectly valid, okay? So they separate, end up, she goes through with, she was like, no, we're getting a divorce. They continue to do like content together and stuff. He gets sober again. She ends up dating somebody else. I think he relapses even again after that. And you guys know, I celebrated 9 years sober from heroin in March. On March 12th, I celebrated 9 years. So I've walked 100 miles in his shoes, okay? And so he relapsed yet again here recently. But he also says in the podcast, he's on her podcast and says, my plan is to continue to use. Like, I'm just going to use. Like, I want to use. I'm miserable when I don't. I'm just going to use. And she's like, okay, well, if you're making that decision, number one, you're fired. Like, you're not going to be on this podcast anymore. But more importantly, like, you're not going to see your kids. Like, that's going to be you choosing drugs over your children. And he gets all defensive about it, and he was like, I don't understand what the big deal is. Like, I'm able to be a father, blah, 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 okay? He then goes on to quite literally spiral on the internet, primarily TikTok. And is like in the comments, like arguing with people, like, I don't see what the big deal is about me continuing to use and not be able to have my children. And he'll post a video, and in the description, he was like, my plan was and is to continue using, blah, blah, blah. So a bunch of y'all were tagging me in his videos and sending them to me in the DMs and like wanting my opinion on it. So I finally made a video on it. And the thing about it is that addiction is really, really hard. And also, when you are in your addiction, it does not only affect you, it affects your people. It affects your tribe. It affects your family, okay? So he is very, very, when you're in addiction, you're selfish anyways, but Stephen is very much, you can just tell he is very much a pity party pansy. Like anytime Laura has something going on, or she's seeing somebody, or she seems happy, is when he does this shit. Like there is a pattern of him doing this. And he posted a video, I think it was on Friday, which was the day I posted my TikTok. And right before I was about to film it, I get like 6 or 7 at mentions. And I'm like, and it was all at the same time. I'm like, that's weird. And so I go to the video. It's all the same video. And it's him posting saying that Laura had told him allegedly told him, I don't think she did, he could keep the kids overnight this past Wednesday. And he said about 15 minutes, either before they were supposed to arrive or he was supposed to go pick them up, he gets a knock at the door. It's Laura's best friend, and he's been served a restraining order. So he's not allowed to be around Laura or the kids. And he's like, I don't understand how I can be served with the restraining order when I've done nothing, like there's no situation, I've done nothing wrong. Yes, you have. You have openly admitted publicly, okay, multiple times, that you're going to use while you have your children, like you're going to just continue to use. And he's like, well, I have 21 days clean. Like literally the post before that is him saying, I have 21 days clean. But then in the description of that, he was like, my plan was and is to continue to use. Like, yeah, you have 21 days sober, but you're not planning to stay sober. That's not sobriety. That's quite literally you just not using today. Like that just means you're not using. There's plenty of times where there's days that would go by that I just didn't use. It doesn't mean that I'm in recovery. That means that I'm just not using on a Wednesday. Like it crazy. Like the whole no accountability of it all is baffling to me. Like this is a grown ass man with salt and pepper hair. Like this is like a grown adult, you guys. Like this isn't like a, you know, Austin McBroom situation. Like this is like a grown ass man. Like could be some of your all's father. Like I think he's like almost damn near 50. Like he's a grown up and on the internet doing this shit. And do I blame Laura for getting a restraining order? No, because I do think that he is not in a really good space. And I honestly do not think those children should be near him. And I think that she should do whatever she thinks is best as a mother. And that is coming from someone in recovery, someone who has been there, someone who literally had their family, like basically have my funeral with me in the room because they were literally going to cut me out of my life if I didn't get sober. So I've been there. I've walked a mile in those shoes, and I know it sucks and I know it stings. But at some point, you cannot continue to go through life getting clean, using, getting clean, using, getting clean, using, getting clean, using. And then you come to the internet and openly admit that your plan is just to continue to just use. Like that's just what you're going to do. Then you can't be mad at her as the mother of your children for literally getting a restraining order to keep you from the kids. I hope he does get sober, but all the people in the comments, like, that was the thing that I mentioned in my video, was like, because people were wanting me to comment on his video. People were saying, you have so much knowledge and education on recovery, you should comment. The thing is, I read the comments under that video. There are thousands of comments saying exactly what I would say, like really good comments. And there was one in particular. Her comment is like one of the top like 4 comments. I think it's like simplicity something. And she says, she was like, she's in recovery. And she was like, you know, you have to understand where she's coming from. Like, you may think that you're in your right mind, but you're high. Like, you're not in your right mind. When you're high, you are so focused on so many different things. You turn around for one split second and something can happen. Let's look at what's going on with Emily Kaiser. God, I pray for her family every single night. Like, you look away for one split second, something can happen. Like, her baby fell in a pool and passed away. Like, and she's not on drugs. Like, you also have to take into consideration that that story may be a lot of the reason why Laura is taking these preventative measures. A lot of parents are. A lot of parents are taking even more preventative measures with their children after everything going on with Emily and her family. And I just think that it's super, super selfish of him to comment underneath this really lovely girl's comment, you know, saying, I've been there, but you have to understand where she's coming from as a mother. You know, I think you just need to step away from the internet. And she said go to a meeting. I don't think going to a meeting is going to help him. At this point, he needs to go to treatment. But such a good comment. She said so many things that I would have said to him, you know. And he responds to her and says, I don't see what the big deal is. I love my children more than life, but I don't see what the big deal is with me using. I'm going to use. I'm going to continue to use. Then you don't love your children more than life. You don't see the problem in you getting high on mind-altering substances and then picking up your children. You think Laura's going to be able to sleep at night knowing that you're high and you have two human beings that she created? Fuck no. I would be quite literally, I would be standing outside the entire night. Like, the entire night. I would want like a baby monitor on them at all times so that I could see. Like, no. And then some people were saying like, oh, well, he can give her access to the baby monitor. Okay, well, let's talk about that. Let's say she sees something on the baby monitor, okay? And Steven is all fucked up in the living room or something, and she's all the way at her house. Like, what is, even if she does, like, what, how does that, quite literally, how does that change anything? Because for me, that changes nothing. It would take her time to get in the car, take her time to get to his house. Like, so much could happen before she got there. Like, and again, I think it says a lot that she served him, you know, after all of this Emily Kaiser situation. I think a lot of parents are making a lot of changes when it comes to their children, the care of their children, the content they're posting, like all of these things. Like, I've just seen a lot of changes that's come across social media these past couple of weeks since that poor baby's accident, like, for real. All right, I'm going to try this. It looks like I may have dipped into this eyeshadow maybe once or twice. This is a BoxyCharm eyeshadow palette. It doesn't have a specific name or anything. It just says BoxyCharm subscribers. It just has all their hashtags, and then it says Hello Charmer on the front. That's all. But really pretty shades are in it. Like, I know I've worn this glitter before, and this one. They're really pretty. But I want to really try this shade. Is that the one? Yeah, I want to try Unboxing. It's like a mixture of brown, but also like maroon at the same time. I want to see if this is giving what I'm wanting it to give. Number one. Yeah, it is, most certainly. That's a really pretty shadow. Good job, BoxyCharm. Never thought I'd see the day that I would be raving about a BoxyCharm eyeshadow, but here we are. Yeah, I just think it's a really sad situation all around, and I really hope that Steven gets the help that he needs. And again, I most certainly do not believe that that is him going to a meeting. He needs to take his ass to treatment. It is. It's really pretty. I love it. And I'm sure you can purchase this on the BoxyCharm website if they still make the palette. I'm sure you can. Greedy, what is it, baby? Coming up with you. Every time I hear this song, it just makes me think about Whitney Wren and Tyler Herring. Do any of you all keep up with the Floribama crew and all of their chaos? I just really hope that Whitney and Kristen can get it together, because I saw Whitney's post that she made on TikTok, and she was like, people ask me like why I haven't moved on, and then she shows a video of like Kristen running to her and jumping in her arms, and it just breaks my heart that she really and truly did not invite Whitney to that wedding. Like, I truly thought, like, at the end of the day, like, all bullshit and drama aside, like, and here's the thing, like, she's mad at her for, you know, Whitney not only telling her about Jacob cheating and acting weird with Bree, but going on the internet. But at the same time, you have to understand, like, Whitney was defending Kristen at the end of the day when she came to the internet with it. Like, anyways, I hope they get it together, because Kristen even said in her live, like, she does miss her, yeah. So, I hope they get it together. And I do bring my shadows on my nose, because that does help with what's to come with contour and stuff. But here's where we're at. Just taking it slow, blending it really well. Alright, I think we're ready to cut the crease. I might keep this palette out, because I wonder what this... That's a kind of pretty white. But then, let's look at this. Really pretty. Let me remind myself of this swap. Oh, that is cream-y. It's kind of sheer, but looks really pretty in the light. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that one. Okay. So I'm going to cut my crease first. And I'm probably going to do boxy, so this white on top of the cream, and then I'll put swipe up on top of it. That's what we'll do. Thank you, Kennedy. You're beautiful. Alright, I'm going to keep these 3 brushes. By the way, the brushes that I use to blend, these are my 3 favorites. I have multiples of each. This is the Laura Lee Los Angeles L18. This is the Morphe M559 brush, my favorite tapered blender. And the numbers have rubbed off this Morphe one, but it's just a nice, good, fluffy blending brush. Love. Okay, so let's cut the crease. I'm going to use another one of my Laura Lee Los Angeles L17s. These are my favorite flat synthetics. All right. And let's get a good tacky concealer. I'm going to use the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. This is in the shade Almond. So they're an outlaw. This is my favorite favorite concealer to cut the crease with. Okay, and then I'm going to make sure to pat that in really well. And we're going to use some glitter glue too. I'm going to use the NYX glitter glue. Just going to fix this eye a little bit. It's a little crooked and I want to fix it. You've never seen me live? There we go. That's what we needed. Just had to fix it. It was just a little off when I opened my eyes, so I had to fix that. Yeah, we're about to get back into true crime on my channel. Definitely story times, because I have a huge story time that I'm going to be telling on my channel today. I'm going to film it as soon as we're done here. Why is my phone not? Oh, that's why it's not charging. I never plugged it up. There we go. I was like, I know I brought my charger in here. Yeah, you brought it in here, girl, but you didn't plug it up. All right, so now that we have that good and laid down, I'm going to take another flat brush and this one here, oh, it's also by Minaj. It's just a good flat dual fiber. I'm going to take that shade Boxy, which is that white shade, and we're just going to kind of set. Don't know that I love this shade at all. Yeah, I don't love. Okay. Don't love that white shade, but what the fuck is this song playing right now? The fuck did this get on my playlist? My fiance, I'll tell you. Alright, we're going to take Certified, which is a really pretty bone shade in the Jacqueline 2 palette. There we go. That's what we wanted. We wanted some brightening to happen. And I'm not really focusing on this outer part because we're going to smoke it out. So I'm not really too focused on that. Alright. It has somehow gotten on my fiance's playlist. Hold please. Because I cannot stand to listen to this shit. tell you just some things that I would tell you. All right. I think we're going to go ahead and darken up this outer V before. Whew, over there sits the chair. So I'm putting that shade Unboxing first, and then I'm going to build it up with another shade I'm going to show you in a second. This always will never be the same. Love that we once knew. That's the way. Where we lay it all together, and who knows we could get things on. Alright. I'm going to go into the Jacqueline 2 palette. This is another one of my favorite shades. It's the shade Crazy. And as you can see, she is very loved. Good morning, dear. Let's see, what brush do I want? All the things. Alright, I'm going to use this Luxie brush, 231 Luxie brush. It's just a good blender. Best person ever. Aw, thank you so much. When do I post? Randomly. All the time. Make sure you have your notifications on because it is random. Without mercy, but our baby in my heart. Come on in. Oh, such a good song. Stars are gonna light up at midnight sky. Alright, then I'm going to take a little pencil brush. This is just an Ulta Beauty, just little blender. And I'm going to take the shade Temptress. It's the black. And this black is black. This one a little. Just like you go on now. I'm so shake every now and then. Some runaway roads are gonna get me. All those days when it feels good, I'm gonna love you. Yeah. Very nice faded smoky eye. All right, now that we have the outer portion done, we're now going to do the glitter. And I'm going to do some glitter glue. Here's your let's see. This brush will be Perfection. Just make sure that it has no other color on it. Alright, now that I got that glitter glue on there, I'm just going to take the brush that I'm going to use and just make sure that it's nice and spread out here. She already told me. And then we're just going to do this. And go right into Swipe Up. Just get up and leave. Mama, that things were going well. Blow money on a ring just to hear a no. Told me that she. Thank you, Kennedy. This is an example of a smoky glitter cut crease look that we could do in my master class if you sign up. You can also send a picture if there's a certain look that you want to do for something. We can do whatever you want. Thank you for the follow. If you are on TikTok, I am Morgan the Millennial on TikTok. Same on Instagram. Guys, I'm loving this look. She was still thinking about me. Her eyes were open wide. I even got a wing. I will say this shade does need glitter glue. I will say that. If you do find the palette, you might even be able to find it on like eBay or something. If you're not able to get it on BoxyCharm, good palette, really good pigmented. I did not like Boxy, just a little too powdery, which I kind of felt when I used it. But you know what? If you have really, really pale skin and you want to like brighten up the inner corner, this would work as a really good powder. I don't think it would flash back either. I don't think it would. I don't think it would flash back. It's got a really nice pigment to it for that. Not enough coverage for what I go for though. Okay. Now I'm just going to, you know what? I don't even have to touch it. It blended perfectly. We have that nice ombre into the other shades. So I'm going to go ahead and put these brushes up until we move on to the lower lash line, which will be here in a little bit. So I'm just going to go ahead and brighten up my brow bone, and I'm going to use that shade Certified, the bone shade that we used to set the cut crease in that Jacqueline palette. And I'm going to take this Laura Lee Los Angeles. This is the L16. It's just a nice pencil brush. And I'm just going to clean it because I do also love this brush for inner corner highlight, which we are going to do some. I do have some of that glitter on the inner corner, but you'll see what I'll do here in just a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to take Certified. I'm just going to set that brow bone. That's just going to help that nice airbrush look fade that we have going on. The key with this type of look is taking your time. Make sure that you blend, blend, blend. You can never blend enough. And if you really want that gradient look, you want to start with the lighter shade in the crease and work your way up. That is one of the biggest boo-boos I see when I see people doing these smoked out cut creases, is that they go in off the rip with like a really intense shade, and it takes away from that gradient that you want. You want it to gradually get deeper. All right, so we are good to go there. I just went back in with that crease shade, just again, so it's nice and gradient. And we're ready to move on to the skin, people. So let's take this tape off. Nice and sharp, as Michaela would say. Nothing more satisfying than that nice sharp line. And you can see here where we had some fallout. Again, like I mentioned, those Boxy Charm shades. What was that? Okay. Those Boxy Charm shades did have quite a bit of fallout, so just so that you are aware of that. Alrighty, Roo. I do have a couple of spots that I need to spot conceal. And I'm going to use let's use the Too Faced. I'm going to use the Too Faced just to spot conceal some places. Alright, and then I'm just going to take my sponge and I'm going to tap right in the area where we spot concealed. I'm not going to move it. And I pretty much always do some on the tip of my nose because my nose is so red. Look how wide that makes your nose look. That's okay. We will fix all of that with the contour. All right, so let's move on to skin. I'm going to be using 3 today, which is typical for me. I typically always mix 3, and that's what we're going to do today. I am going to first go in with the Jaclyn. This is the Skin Perfecting Blurring Tint. So this is more of just like a good blur. This is another one of my fiance songs. I don't know how I continue to get back on his playlist, but I digress. Alright, so what I'm going to do first is I'm actually going to blend this out with that brush that I was telling you guys about. This came from that same TikTok brush set. It's a nice kabuki brush and I love it. So this is a very, very light skin tint. And the reason I go in with this is in the shade Fair Peach, is because do you see that redness now? Like, gone. It doesn't really have very much coverage. It's, again, just a tint, but it does really good with the redness. And I have been preferring this over my color corrector here recently, which is new for me because you guys know, well, those of you guys who follow me know, I have always been a fan of my color corrector. up until, again, here recently, I had repurchased a bunch of stuff off of Jacqueline Cosmetics before she shut her uh, site down, and this was one that I repurchased, and I knew that I liked it. I had actually purchased it to go to the beach when she first launched, and I wore it basically the whole time. Like, you can still very much see your skin and underneath, but it just gives you a nice clean blank canvas, and I really love to mix my other foundations with it. So now we're going to get into the coverage of it all. I'm going to go in first with the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation, and this is in the shade 6. I love this foundation. This is probably my 8th or 9th repurchase of this, if not more than that. I love, 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 love this foundation. Super full coverage, very wearable, and I would even go as far to say, like, sweat proof. You could probably sleep in this and your makeup would still look perfection. And I'm going to mix that with the Laura Mercier Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Foundation in the shade Camel. Obsessed. This is going to give you that nice glass glowy skin, where that Hourglass is more of a matte foundation. So good. The combo of these two, impeccable, impeccable. Love this foundation. This was one of my 2024 favorites. Love it. Okay, now I'm going to take that same kabuki, and we're just going to start blending all of this in with that tint. We're going to kind of mix it, so when you get all of this in together, it's going to become one shade. And that's the reason why I mix. Not only do I mix because I want all of the formulas, I want a little bit of matte with a little bit of that nice glossy glass skin, but also I like mixing different undertones because my skin tone is quite literally pink. So mixing all of these gets me that perfect skin tone, and I am obsessed. And I am spray tanned as well, but we will use some contour to bring some more. I'm just going to take whatever's left on the butt of my beauty sponge. I was gifted this sponge. I do not have anything else from the brand, nor do I ever plan on supporting Painted. So I do not recommend supporting the brand, in my own personal opinion. James Charles is a disgusting motherfucker who needs to be in jail, in my own personal opinion. But I was gifted the sponge, so I've been using it. I did order a new one when I ordered my NARS and my setting spray and stuff that is on the way, so won't have to use this sponge much longer, but it's the only one I have right now. And also, to the friend who purchased the sponge, I love you. I know you don't keep up with anything that has to do with like the beauty community and online. She like hardly is ever online. She has a Facebook, so she has no idea of stuff that's going on, but I love you, and that's why I'm using the sponge for you. Okay, look at this fucking skin. Get into it. How good is that combo? It's like absolutely perfect. I am so excited. I've already had a couple of weddings that I've used this on. I am so fucking excited to do some more weddings this summer and fall, because how beautiful of a wedding foundation is that? Like, this would be like my wedding look. Like, I would go full, I'm gonna go full smoky eye, full cut crease, full coverage, contoured to the gods. Guys, y'all are not even prepared for my wedding makeup. Fashion, country music. All right, contour. Going in with my favorite. This is the LYS. This is the No Limits bronzing stick in the shade Harmony. And I'm actually going to mix. I'm going to give this a second chance. A lot of you guys were saying that it is really good. Give it a second chance. So I'm going to. I just did not love it, you guys. It was so patchy. I think you guys want to like it or want me to like it, but I didn't love it. I'm considering it. I'm going in with my LYS though. I'm going in with my LYS because it is so pretty. And this contour is incredible. We're gonna do my little double chin hack. No. Touch down. Okay. There we go. All right, now I'm going to try this. We're just going to put on a little bit. This is more of that grayish undertone. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. We'll see if I like the mixture. All right, we're gonna take our Laura Lee Los Angeles L12. This is a good domed synthetic, which is really good for contour. No, I hate it. I do not like that e.l.f. contour, you guys. Sorry. That is my final verdict. I know you guys wanted me to like it because it's affordable, but it just is not good. Get the LYS. The e.l.f. one is like $10. You pay $9 more for the LYS one, and it's so beautiful. I'm not going to say that it's terrible, but also I have my LYS on with it, so that's the other reason. Look at that. Telling you, if you've never tried my double chin hack, try it and thank me later. It's so good. Just make your double chin, put a line where your chin is, and a line where your double chin ends. All right. Now, one of my favorite brushes of all time, this is by Sonia Kashuk. It doesn't have a number or anything, but it's so good. Yeah, it's terrible. Guys, this is terrible. It's so patchy. It's not good, you guys. It's not. I don't care. I mean, you guys do understand, allegedly, in my personal opinion, Elf literally paid for Michaela's wedding. Of course, she's going to endorse every product that they have. I mean, there's a difference in like being like the Alex Warren of it all, and like, you know, having In and Out, you know, supply the food at your wedding, whereas Elf is literally the center attraction at your wedding. Like, Elf is handing out gift bags. Elf is on this table setting. Elf, like, is all over your wedding venue. Like, that's crazy. That's fucking crazy. All right, let's go in with some blush, honey. And today I'm going to use, this is also, let's see, let's do this one. Oh, I love this one. This is I'm at the Beauty. It's now owned by Dibs, so it's, in my personal opinion, it's the same exact formula. This is Hot Cherry. But they changed the name. They did a whole rebrand a few years ago. But it used to be I Method Beauty, and I love this shade. And I actually have a Dibs blush coming as well. And I'm going to mix that with a little bit of the She Glam. This is in the shade Rose Ritual. Lonely at night. And it's been a while. Huh. So it was on my mind. Well. Alright, now let's blend that out. I'm going to use a duo fibered. This is actually a Tom Ford brush from probably like 2016. But you know what? It still works, and I love it. And I pulled him to the side. I handed that man a beer and looked him in the eyes. And I said, baby, I think you're going to want to hear this. And I told him, excuse me, you look like you love me. I'm so proud of her and all of her awards she won. She deserved that so much. At the ACMs, she deserved that shit. Drunk and I'm ready to leave. You look like you love me. I feel her. Oh, I feel it. That's it. Oh, country girl caught my eye. Let me tell you, she's the prettiest thing I'd ever seen in a pair of boots. All right, we are blushed. Look how pretty that combo is. Ah! Is every cowboy's dream come true? And she told me this right here. Excuse me. So, is everybody else in the world watching, shit, what's her name? Ah! Can't even remember her name. Oh, Rotten Mango, Stephanie Sue. Is everybody else watching her? Like, she's literally been at every day of Diddy's trial. Have you guys been watching her videos? She uploaded a little bit ago, and I got to watch a big portion of it. But she's like there as media. She got a media pass, so she's actually there at the trial. And guys, the way Cassie's redirect ended has me a little concerned. I don't know why she just didn't answer it that way to begin with. They basically, if you didn't watch Stephanie Sue's video of Cassie, it was not this most recent video she uploaded, but the most previous. And basically they asked her about her lawsuit she had against Diddy. And they were like, she has like another lawsuit or something with the hotel where everything happened, which as she should. But they were asking her about it, and she basically was saying, no, I don't know anything about it. And then they were like, but what about this? And she was like, well, yeah, there's that. They've, kind of said, like, it might be $10 million or something to that effect. And Stephanie was saying in the courtroom, like, all the jurors were, like, taking notes, and, like, Diddy, like, sat back and relaxed in his chair after that, like a piece of shit. Like, she deserves that lawsuit. She deserved the lawsuit that she got with Diddy, the $20 million she got from Diddy. Now she's going against the hotel where everything happened. Diddy allegedly paid the motherfucker off. Now, the guy's saying that he did not take the money. I don't know if I believe that or not. Like, you literally, this footage is just now coming about. Why would you not send that footage straight to the fucking police? Like, if that would have been just any regular Joe, the police would have been there. That motherfucker would have went to jail, like, the whole nine. But because it's Diddy, what, they just turned the other cheek? And you're telling me you didn't take... Stephanie said, but she has, like, a team of researchers in there with her. And they used a pen to, like, measure how much money, because the guy held it up, and they used a pen, and he, like, raised it up even more. And Stephanie said, according to the pen, if it was all hundreds, because he said 100 was on top, that was like almost $200,000 that Diddy offered him. You're telling me you didn't take that money? Bullshit. Bullshit. I don't believe it for a fucking second. I don't believe it for a fucking second. I think that he most certainly took that fucking money. And that's also the reason why the footage was mysteriously deleted. And then all of a sudden you have the footage again. No, you kept that fucking footage, motherfucker. Anyways, Lancome Concealer in the shade 090. This is the Tint Idol Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. Anyways, I'm just glad that Cassie got her lick. She got her 20 million. I'm glad that her testimony is over, because I believe that that poor girl has endured enough. She is quite literally about to pop, which also the defense literally went to the judge before the jurors came out the day before Cassie was coming to do her testimony, and was literally not, like, wanting Cassie to be sat in the seat before the jurors come out, because they said because she's pregnant it might weigh on the jurors' decision and thoughts. Like, are you fucking joking me, dude? The judge was like, no, she's gonna come in just like any other witness is gonna come in. Like, you fucking joking me? Which, by the way, love this judge. He's fucking hilarious. I love him. He's very much for the jurors. Like, he's very much like, no, I'm getting them out of here on time. And they were wanting to, like, drag out, Cassie, the defense was wanting to, like, drag out her redirect. And the judge was not fucking having it. He was like, absolutely not. The state was able to, the government was able to get hers done in 3 days. You're going to get it done in 3 days. And all of that, the only big boom in the whole redirect was the end, where they asked her about her lawsuit against the hotel where all of that video of Diddy, like, dragging her down the hallway and shit. Like, that was their big, like, that doesn't matter. That's, Cassie was still there through pretty much fucking everything and went through hell with this motherfucker. And the power dynamic was all fucked. He's like this huge fucking mogul, and she's this young 19-year-old girl who just wants to do music. And of course, when he shows her attention, she's gonna fucking do whatever the fuck he says. Like, are you fucking joking me? She was a 19-year-old girl. Anyways, Huda Beauty Faux Filter in the shade Royal Icing. This is my all-time favorite concealer in the world. It is oh so pigmented, oh so full coverage. My favorite, and the mixture of the Lancome and the Huda is quite literally sex on a stick. Ever thank you lately. And then just a little bit, a dot. This is another one that I purchased off of her site before she closed it. This is Jacqueline Cosmetics Perfecting Concealer in Fair Peach. It is quite literally white out, but I love to do just on that inner corner just for that extra pop of brightening. And we're gonna take, I hate this setting spray, do not recommend it. It's awful, it separates, it's just not good at all. It doesn't work well over powders. I do not love it at all, but I purchased it instead of just purchasing the one that I love, and I'm waiting on the one that I love to get here. This e.l.f. Power Grip, like, what the fuck is that shit on the side, number one? Like, it's so weird, I don't know. But it hasn't broken me out or anything, and I need fucking setting spray. Was half tempted to go old school on you guys and just do my hair, use my hairspray, because you guys know I used to only use hairspray for setting spray. But the one that I do love is the LA Girl. You can get it at Ulta. It's the LA Girl setting fix and set. It's literally a dupe for MAC Fix Plus, and it only is between $5 and at the most $8. Best fucking setting spray. It smells just like MAC Fix Plus, acts just like MAC Fix Plus, sets just like MAC Fix Plus. I love it. I just wish they would come out with a bigger bottle. Please, LA Girl, please, please, please come out with a bigger bottle. I'm begging of you. All right, I'm gonna let that set for just a minute. I like to let my concealer kind of dry down first before I blend it out. That's just my preference. But I'm glad that Cassie's testimony is over and she's done with it. I loved what her husband had to say, that he was proud of her and all that, because it couldn't be easy for him either to have to sit in there and hear of all this abuse and shit that his wife was put through by someone that she loved. Like, she even said on the stand, like, I loved him. Like, I did it because I was in love with him. Like, it couldn't have been easy for him. So I loved what he had to say, that he was proud of her and that she's stronger than anybody will ever know and blah blah blah. Like, chef's kiss, husband statement. Love it. Do I want to use Huda or do I want to use Laura Mercier? I think we're going to use Laura Mercier in the color Rose. I love this setting powder. Go ahead and get this ready, okay? And I've got my powder puff here. I'll be using the Beauty Blender powder puff, by the way. It's my favorite. Let's go ahead and blend out this concealer. Look up to the heavens. So we don't blend it into a crease. But I am so proud of Cassie. Like, just, I could tell by the end with the defense, she was like over it. And I love when she started standing up for herself and started going right back at that defense attorney. I was like, yes, girl, you fucking tell them. Like, you were in love with that man and you did what probably any other 19-year-old would have done in the situation. Like, when you are in love with someone, which I know the defense, they're doing their job, which is to try, they were trying to make her look like a liar though, which is just in poor taste, because they've already had their hearing over her and Diddy and their situation, and obviously that case ended in her favor. She was awarded $20 million. So I think that that's a lot to do with, I think that they probably lost a lot of the jurors siding with them with just alone with just Cassie's testimony, because that redirect was just so ruthless and kind of heartless, honestly. Like, I went through to read the transcripts because I've decided to do my full review of it and my full video on it when it's over. And of course I took a lot of notes from Cassie's testimony, because it's, I mean, pretty much one of the largest witnesses that we know of so far. I'm still very curious if, what's her name, Aubrey Patronomy or whatever. I'm still wondering if she is going to be, she was on like making the band or whatever. I'm wondering if she is going to be a part of it, because she has had a lot to say. Also love that Justin Bieber's come out and said stuff. Obviously 50 Cent is going in. And the thing is, like, if you watch those videos of Justin Bieber, he's like a little teeny bopper. He's literally a baby in those videos. And you've got fucking Diddy's weird ass like talking about having this party and Justin being there and all this shit. Like, he is a fucking baby in those videos. You are a sick fuck. And it also breaks my heart because apparently the portion that I got to in Stephanie Sue's video is where Steve Harvey is about to be like introduced into the story, and like his involvement and shit's about to be brought up. And I don't know, after watching like him for so long and like seeing him, like his daughter's wedding on his show and everything, it's just like, Steve, why were you involved with this motherfucker? Like, why is your name even being brought up in this shit? Please explain it to me, because the crowd needs to know. The crowd is very curious. And then you've got that sound. God, I wasn't even prepared for that shit. I was scrolling on TikTok, and all of a sudden I start hearing like a man moan and shit, and I'm like, what the hell am I even watching? And come to find out, allegedly, from what the description of it said and what everybody was saying, is allegedly as it was LeBron James and Diddy. But then some people were saying that it was, who was the other one that they were saying? I can't remember. His name is slipping my mind. Which is crazy because he was literally the other one that was killed either right before or right after Tupac. Why can I not find? I have to go. I will see your post then. I promise. You were really entertaining. Thank you for everything. You are really, also really beautiful and really kind. Thank you so much, Kennedy, for hanging out and for the compliments and for the follow. I hope you have a great rest of your Monday and holiday. We are still going to be here for a little bit. We are almost there, but not quite. But yeah, I'm just so curious of who else is going to be involved in this. I know that they have kept a lot of the people who are going to be testifying, like the witnesses, they have kept that like pretty much under lock and fucking key as to who all is going to be coming. I did hear though that Audrey was like not going to come, which I find kind of bizarre because wasn't she like kind of pretty like loud and open about all this shit? And now what, she's just not going to come? Like, I don't know. That just isn't cute. Like, I don't know why you would have so much to say and then just what, not come at all? Like, not even come to testify or anything? I don't know. It's kind of bizarre to me. Alright. I love this powder so much. My two favorite setting powders that have talc, because I like talc in this motherfucker. If your setting powder does not have talc, Don't even come at me. Givenchy, you ruined your fucking setting powder. MAC, you ruined the best, the absolute best foundation powder in the game by taking talc out. I literally returned it. It was so fucking terrible, and I should have listened. Jeffree Star did a review on it, and he fucking said it's fucking terrible, and he showed it side by side. No, I need my pores covered. I need things to be covered. Not whatever that... give me the talc. Give me the talc. So Huda Beauty, Laura Mercier are the ones I use. And for the pressed powder, I'll show you here in just a minute what has replaced my MAC, and I love it. All right, let's go ahead and brush this away using our little kitten paw. Look how brightening. The skin is looking oh so good. I'm obsessed. Look how good. I'm telling you, some of the products that I use, I told you guys, is not going to be like the most heard of, but I am telling you that they are the best. Period. All right, I'm going to take I have a little travel size of the regular Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm going to set my neck and also my ears, because I do put foundation on them, only because my skin tone is quite literally, I've told you guys this, my skin tone is pink. Like, that is the color of my skin tone. So yeah, any hoozy hazy, let's talk about another dupe, and we're talking about a difference in price of $50. With tax, we're talking about a difference of $50. Who else loves this beautiful bronzer? The Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer. So beautiful. Obviously, you can tell that I love it. I even have a replacement of it in my drawer. However, I was doing some of my dupe investigative skills that you guys know that I love to do. It's actually a hobby of mine. And I found a dupe that is $8. Even pan size is exact. The color is exact. The smell is exact. Guys, this is $8, and it is from Essence. You can get this at Ulta. Take your screenshots. Sun Club Luminous Bronzing Powder. This is in the shade Sun-Kissed in California. This is what it looks like. Guys, this stuff is so fucking beautiful and is an exact, in my personal opinion, dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury. $8. 8 doll hairs, y'all. 8. You're just giving up the mirror, which I could give a fuck less about. You guys know my favorite contour brush is this one right here. This is the Morphe M143 brush. They used to have one that was the E443. I don't know which one they got rid of. They got rid of either the M143 or the E443. I can't remember. Look how beautiful that is. Are you? I know. I can't. I quite literally can't, you guys. It's so good. And you know, with the drugstore products in Ulta, you can't test them out. So I was like, it's $8, whatever. Because I was inspecting it. I was like, huh, this looks a lot like Charlotte Tilbury. And then I was looking at the ingredients and I was like, wait a minute, this is like exactly. And then I bought it and brought it home and did one side by side. And I did a poll on Instagram and said which side is expensive, which side is drugstore or more affordable. Everybody got it wrong except for one person caught it. One person. I was like, what? So yeah, when I say something's a dupe, I mean it's a dupe. And so far for this year, the setting spray for MAC Fix Plus and this Charlotte Tilbury, and I'm about to show you guys a blush here in a minute, are the dupes of the year. Like, and I do mean like exact, like cannot tell me otherwise. It is exactly the same. So good. Love, 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 love this bronzer. okay? And I am going to contour my nose with this. I am going to go in with another bronzer because, again, like I mentioned, I'm spray tanned. So I just need to warm up my face just a little bit more just so I don't look so, you know, bland. Ooh, also, I wanted to give a shout out to Jessie473 from my last live. She gifted me on Venmo. Thank you so much. Again, like I told you guys, if you want to gift me, don't send your gifts through YouTube for anybody. Like, look and see if they have a Venmo or Cash App or something, because YouTube keeps pretty much all of it. So do not send your gifts to not only me, but anybody through YouTube or any platform, because every platform takes, like every single platform takes most of it. So my Venmo is Morgan Chesney. If you want to support me, I really appreciate it. And Jessie, thank you so much. You're so sweet. She was like, dinner on me because you brightened my day. And I was like, oh, I love that. All right, blush. Oh, no, I'm going to go in with a little bit of the Marc Jacobs Coconut Omega Bronzer. This is like an old school bronzer, but I still love it. I even have a backup in my Alex 9 drawers over there, because they don't sell it anymore, unfortunately, which is literally one of my biggest heartaches. Like, the Marc Jacobs foundation and this bronzer were like staples for me, and now they're just what, gone. But that's why I bought backups of each, baby. Okay, so now we're going to talk a dupe for blush. Now, this is going to be a dupe for Patrick Ta. Now, the exact shade I do not have, but you'll know which shade it is. It's also a dupe for Patrick Starr's One Size blushes as well, and he has a shade just like this. I think it's like cranberry something, I can't remember, but the shade of this one is Butter Than Before, and this is the NYX Buttermelt Blush. These are incredible. When I tell you, this formula is it's so good. It's like a buttery powder. It's so beautiful the way it blends into the skin. Now, what I will say about these little boogers, these little $8 boogers right here, they are incredibly pigmented. So please be careful. They're not like my Patrick Ta one, I literally have to dig into in a couple of them to get payoff. This one, you ain't got to worry about that. And I love a deep shaded blush. It is like, it literally like does something to me. I'm going to use another Laura Lee Los Angeles. This is the L14 brush. I love it the way it cups your cheeks just perfectly. And I literally just did a couple of taps because, again, you want to be very careful with her. She is extremely, I mean, look, like, she's pigmented. She did not come here to play any games with you people. She came to be a blush, okay? That's what she came to do. So beautiful. I mean, I just can't. It's so pretty. I loves it. I love it. So pretty. And the reason I say dupe for Patrick Starr One Size and Patrick Ta is because the formula is so similar to their powder formula. Their powder formula is just so creamy, and this is exactly like that. So good, so beautiful, long lasting. It doesn't disappear. That's the thing with a lot of blushes, is the reason why a lot of people go for the higher end is because blush is one of those things, especially when you are Caucasian, it just kind of disappears in the skin. After a while, it kind of just goes away. And this is one drugstore brand that I can say doesn't do that. Any product that I talk about on this page, I ain't getting paid by nobody, so you can trust what I'm saying, okay? And the results are showing. Obviously, we are on YouTube. There are no filters here. This is just what it is. So this is where we're at. I'm going to spray my face, and then I'm going to show you guys my, this is a dupe for the old school MAC foundation powder. Not this new shit, talc free shit they got going on. Hell no. I literally took it back the very next day after I bought it. It was absolutely dreadful. We just need talc. It just, look what that, like, it is the ingredient, like Jeffree Star said, that just makes your pores no mo. Like, they're gone. I don't have any. Like, bye. Okay. So we've sprayed our face with the worst, one of the worst setting sprays in existence, but it's all I got right now. And now I'm going to go ahead and do my pressed powder. And mainly this is just to kind of brighten up that inner corner and really set it. This powder I've heard nobody talk about, and it is so good. This is the LYS Translucent Triple Fix Setting Powder in the shade Resilient Translucent. Oh no! So beautiful. I'm going to take a damp beauty sponge. Take that powder, I'm just going to press it once. Okay, now after I do that, what I like to do is just go back in with my contour brush first and just kind of again, I'm very much into everything looking airbrushed, and that is how you can do it, is just going back in with those brushes. But do you see how pretty that LYS powder is? Guys, so good. So good. So if you're looking for a really good pressed powder that really covers those pores, this right here, LYS Triple Fix Translucent Setting Powder. This is in the shade Resilience Translucent. So good. Okay, now let's do some highlight, and then we're going to do this lower lash line. We're going to smoke it out for days, honey. Uh-oh, something stuck. There we go. I'm going to be using my all-time favorite highlight of all time. This is the MAC Soft and Gentle. And I'm going to take this Morphe brush right here. And I'm going to go pretty harsh. And I'll show you guys why here in just a moment. Not really looking to blend it out or anything. We're going to be super harsh with what we're doing. Okay. And then after we do that, I'm going to spray my face yet again. And then I'm going to take the side of my sponge and press into the skin. And do you see how now it's just nice? There's no harsh lines or anything. It's just nice and blended. I just love doing that. And also that will pick up any extra powder that's just kind of setting on top of the skin. That'll get it too. All right, lower lash line. I am going to take my Urban Decay liner. This needs to be sharpened. Oh, my fiance is texting me. Hold, please. All right. Okay. Let me sharpen this now. I've got to change this. It somehow keeps getting on my fiance's playlist. I don't know how the hell. Okay. Sorry guys, it keeps going on his playlist and I love him dearly, but I really just don't want to listen to his redneck anthems right now. So I'm taking my Urban Decay liner, which yes, I use every ounce because this shit ain't cheap. Islands in the stream. And this shit will not budge. Either. It will not budge. Oh, my nose is running. I swear I'm allergic to setting powder. Just tight lining my eyes well. By the way, I had some people reaching out to me on TikTok about that TikTok makeup artist. I don't know, I can't remember her name. I think it was like Beth or something like that. And she got caught using her own personal, like, she told the person who hired her that it was a new mascara and a new liner, and it was the girl's prom, and she ended up getting like a horrible case of fucking pink eye. That's disgusting. You can literally get spoilies in bulk on Amazon or Temu for like $4. Like, quite literally, they cost nothing. There's no excuse for that. And me personally, I keep my personal makeup separate from my, I have a makeup kit basically that has all of my client makeup in it, and then I have a drawer with different shades of foundation and concealers and powders, and I will pull from there when I need it. But it's all client makeup. It's nothing that's ever been used on me. And when it comes to mascara, when it comes to lip liner, when it comes to eyeliner in particular, you buy for the client. If the client doesn't provide their own liners, and which a lot of clients prefer their own mascara, their own liners. If they don't, you buy one for that client. Like, what are you talking about? I don't know. And you can also, some people were saying, oh, well, some makeup artists were saying, oh, well, I shave the pencil for the next client. You do still realize that that's still the same that you put on someone else's eye. You just gift them the liner. You put that in what you charge for the makeup. You let them know. Either you can provide your lip liner, eyeliner, or I will purchase it and it will be in the cost. Like, I thought everyone done that. I was so shocked when I was seeing like actual makeup artists in the comments like saying, oh, well, I just shave it down. Or I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? You just shave it down. It's still the same fucking eyeliner that you just put on another person. Like, that doesn't change that liner was just used. It doesn't take away the liner. All you're doing is sharpening it. Yeah, just include it. Like, the ones who were like wanting my advice on it, just include that in the price. If they don't want to provide their own eyeliner, which typically I use a liquid eyeliner on the top, but if you use a liner on the waterline on the eyes, it's a pencil, you include that in the cost of their makeup if they don't want to provide it themselves. Like, it's a sanitary thing. I don't care. I'm not what anybody says about, oh, well, alcohol doesn't change the consistency of eyeliner. The fuck it don't. Have you ever put alcohol on your pencil liner? It's just crazy to me that that's even like a conversation that people are having or whatever. But if you're new to makeup, there are certain things that you need to invest in, and that just comes with the game. That comes with learning and growing in the field, and you just have to put people's safety first. And part of people's safety when you are a makeup artist is their eyes. Eyes are extremely sensitive parts of the skin of the body, and some people have like, I know one of my regular clients, I do her makeup all the time for photo shoots and stuff. She has extremely sensitive eyes. I could only imagine if she got her makeup done by one of those artists that were like, oh well, I just shave the eye pencil down and then use it on the next client. Bitch. Anyways, yeah. So that's what I do. For the ones who were asking on my TikTok, well, how do you do it? You just tell them, like, either you can provide your own pencil liner for your eyes, or I will purchase it and it will just be in the cost of your look. It's not that big of a deal, guys. Most makeup artists do that unless they just have one client. For example, Haley, who does Bunny's makeup, that is her client. Like, she has a whole kit that is designated for Bunny. So if you have a regular client like that, that's different. Of course you can use that liner on her because that's the only person that liner sees. It doesn't go on any other face, so of course. There's just nothing quite like a smoked out lower lash line. I swear there isn't. There just is not. Okay, we're going to brighten up these inner corners. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Millennial palette and I'm going to use the shade Disco Stick. As you can tell, it is one of my most loved in the palette. I also want to take a little bit of Never Boring. I love this one as a blush, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I just want a little bit more of an oomph there, and this is just such a beautiful blush. Like, that's gorgeous. It's such a pretty blush. Never be afraid to use your shadows for blushes and bronzers, you guys. This is the way I look at it. It's saying that it's an eyeshadow is quite literally a suggestion. All right, now let's do this inner corner, and then I'm gonna let my dogs out really quick because they have been such patient little angels. And they let me know when they have to go by ringing a bell, and one rang the bell just a second ago, so I don't like to make them hold it. So, all right, which they're not used to because I work from home, so like my 9 to 5, I work from home, so they're not used to that, and I don't. All right. Give me 1 second, you guys. I'm going to let them out really quick. I'm just going to wipe this foundation off my lips because it's driving me absolutely bonkers looking at it. Hey, baby, I love you. Hey, baby, I need you. Let's go potty, you guys. Come on. Roo. Okay. Yeah, I don't like making them wait because they're not used to that. I think I'm gonna sharpen my brows just a teeny bit. This blues man. Happy Memorial Day, Moon Queen. I'm up in my years now. All right, let's curl these lashes. I ain't even gonna worry about heating up the curler. Oh my gosh, hold on a minute. My dog's already won in because it's raining. They have a covered porch, but they will still bark when they're ready to come in. Thank you. We're almost done. I want to just mention here for anyone who may just be joining and missed the beginning. Yeah, it does. It helps the curls stay up and makes it's just like a curling iron. So think about if you were to curl your hair with a cold curling iron versus with it hot. I mentioned in the beginning of this, I am doing a makeup master classes one-on-one. I'm gonna heat it up in June. So $20. If you want to do it, it'll be a one-on-one session. We can do any look that you want. You can send me a picture of a look that you may want to do, whatever you want to do. All through the month of June. So if you want to do it, you can email me. Make sure to email me a reference photo of like what you're wanting to do. Or if you just want me to pick the look, let me know what kind of looks you tend to go for. And we will set up our one-on-one FaceTime to do it. I'm so excited. I typically only do these a couple of times a year. So I'm gonna do one in June and then I'll probably do another one around November or December. So if you want to be a part of it, let me know. The last time that I did this, we had so much fun and had so many cool looks come out of it. And so yeah, if you are a makeup artist and you want to know some, like, you're new to it and you want to know some good looks that kind of work for everybody, regardless of eye shape, face shape, whatever, we can literally use your one-on-one for whatever you want. If you just want to know how to do wing liner, we can do whatever you want. We don't even have to do a full look if that's not what you want to use your appointment for. But I try to do these as much as I can. The reason why I don't do them every month, because someone asked that earlier, is because they do, typically they run, I mean, I'll stay on as long as 3 hours. Anything more than that, I do upcharge for it. But it just does take a lot of time from my day. And the last time I did this, I had 37 people sign up for it. And I couldn't take them all. So I had to ask some of them to wait until the next time I done it, which was last December. So it just takes a lot of time, and I'm not really able, now that I'm getting back onto the internet and like posting again on YouTube, I just don't want to take that much time from being able to post. So, but maybe in the future that might be something that I do like every other month, or maybe once a month, if maybe it's just like 5 people, you know what I mean? And then the other question I got was, why don't I just do it with like one big group of people? I used to do that like years ago when I first started social media on Facebook, and it's just really difficult because everybody's wanting something different. Like everybody's there for a different reason. Some people are there for a wedding look, some people are there for a prom look, some people are there that's 60 years old and have, you know, mature skin and are wanting to know like what type of products would work good for their skin, like all the things. Also, I get asked this question. This is another frequently asked question when it comes to this. You can send like different, if you're wanting to purchase certain products for when we do the video, you can send me a list of what you're looking for along with a picture of your skin, your face, no filter at all, in regular room lighting, and I will send you a list of like whatever products you're looking for, whether it be primer, foundation, etc. Okay, and while my lashes dry, I know I set my lashes somewhere right here. Here they are. These are the lashes I'm going to use today. These are ColourPop lashes. Yes, it is a very cool idea, and we had so much fun the last time. So I'm hoping this time will be just as fun. So let's go ahead and do lips. This you can actually get at the dollar store, and I love it. It's the lip contour, and this is in the shade Regal. And I'm going to go in first with the thin side. Ooh, it rolled out. That's okay. Oh, and my email is questions, the number 4, shay@gmail.com. So questions4shay@gmail.com. And this lip liner is 2-sided. And I just really love the way this turns out. I've done this lip probably the last 3 or 4 times I've done my makeup, and I'm so obsessed with it. Well, if I turn it up enough. Okay. Now, I'm going to take, do I want to do, okay, first I'm going to take Myth by MAC. It's like a really, really pale shade. And then I'm just going to take a brush . And then I will usually use one of two glosses. The first one is my favorite. Now this is super expensive, but it's just so pretty. I just can't. It is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Plump Big Lip Plumpgasm, of course in the shade Pillow Talk, or this LYS in the shade Speak. Let's see, this is the Speak Love Gloss in the shade Chocolate Hazelnut. Hold on, I want to do just a little bit more here. You join these two hearts. When I hold you in my arms, I'm all I need. To the deep of the snow. Okay. Which one do I want to do today? I think we're going to go with Chocolate Hazelnut. Just because the combo of these two shades together is everything. You see how that brown with the like, it's so good. Okay. Lashes. All right, we're going to use these lashes. Is there somebody revving their engine up outside of my fucking house right now? This has to do with the fucking story time I'm about to tell when I'm done with this live, this little fucker. All right, before I do that, I want to take this highlighter right here. This is in a Morphe 2 Fresh Peach Stack. And I'm just going to take this, just to lighten up this just a little bit. Kashuk brush, where are you? There she is. Found the wet one, but I have two of these, one for wet products and one for dry. I could only find them. Okay. Period. All right, let's do these lashes. I'm sure these are going to have to be trimmed because yeah, I know that'll be a mess. Take a minute to see you. I'm surprised it happens every time. It's nothing. Alright, I'm so excited to upload a video, you guys. It's been so fucking long. I'm so excited. And you guys are gonna gag when you hear this fucking story. This little fucker. Duo lash glue. I've also got to do my beauty marks. I'll sometimes take some makeup remover on a Q-tip and just take the makeup off where my beauty mark is, but it just started like separating my makeup and I'm just not into that vibe. So I'll show you guys what I use. well, what I've been using until my Juvia's Place pen gets here. So what I normally use is the Juvia's Place I Sculpt, what is it? I Sculpt Eye Shade Brow Pen in the shade dark brown for it, but that's out. So, and I am waiting on my new one to be delivered. So, in the meantime, me and John went on a staycation, like, I don't know, a year ago, and I forgot my contour. So I sent him to the store to get contour. I showed him what contour looked like. He comes back with this foundation, which worked fine, but I now use it for my beauty mark. I'm gonna show you guys how I do it. So I put a little bit on my palette, and then I get my little liner brush. There we go. And then I dip it into the product. And do my beauty marks. Just where they actually are. Boom. Just like that. Alright, lashes. This little fucker is literally still outside of my house revving his engine. I don't know if you guys can hear it because he is down at the road, which we do have a long driveway, but I can hear it. Number one, because my office is on, beauty room is on that side of the fucking house. I mean, it's not my fault that you fucking snuck out of your house and got caught on my property in the world that we live in and freaked me the fuck out. I was home by myself. I don't want to give away the whole story, but I was home by my fucking self, you guys. And we have these outside lights, and we got these special ones that only detect over a certain weight because we live in the woods in East Tennessee. So there's raccoons galore, there's all these animals, right? And the light would just go off all of the time, and it would alert me all the time, and it was always like a raccoon, a possum, whatever. So got this particular system through our security service that detects over a certain amount of weight, right? So it would be like a human being, a fucking cow, a fucking like bear, like it would be something like that. It would only detect for something like that. And so I get this alert, and first I honestly almost didn't open it because our neighbor's cows had gotten out, and I, honest to God, thought it was the fucking cow because our light had already went off like 10 times because of this fucking cow. I was this close to not checking it. I open it, and I see a man in black, in a black hood, black jacket, walking around my house. Yeah. So, you damn right. You damn right. I called the police, and I was home by myself, and I do have things to defend myself at home, but I thought, I'm here by myself. If they were to like knock me down or something, like it could just be worse. So I just called the police, and come to find out it was our neighbor's little fucker of a kid who has literally, the people across from us, which we live on a huge property, but the people across from us is this little old lady, and she has a walker, and she lives by herself. Her kids come and visit her all the time, but she lives alone. And he drove so fast one day and hit a puddle of water right in front of her driveway, and that water splashed on her and hit her so hard that she fell in the fucking driveway. Had I not been outside, that poor woman would have laid there till God knows when. Because nobody drives down our road unless you live on it, because there's, anyways. I don't want to give away the whole story time. Anyways, that is the makeup look today. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I love you guys so much and have missed you guys so much and cannot wait to get this video out for you all for this story time. So love you guys. I hope you guys have a fantastic Memorial Day. To our troops, thank you so much for everything that you've done. You know, some gave some and some gave all. And to the families of people in the military, I love you. I have military in my family and I love and appreciate you all. And your sacrifice does not go unnoticed in this house. I'll tell you that for sure. We pledge allegiance under the flag of the United States of America in this motherfucker, okay? I love you so much. Thank you so much for your sacrifices that you've done for this country and for yourself and your family. And may God bless you and your family. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. And until the next time, stay true, boo.